Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. It's a pleasure and honor for me to be back in Montenegro and to be engaged by EBRD to assist EBRD and the government of Montenegro to create the Credit Guarantee Fund. What we want to do is working with the EBRD, the government, the working group, and of course other counterparts in the economy, the banks, for example, is to design a guarantee fund utilizing the lessons learned and the best practices from around the world and apply them within the context of Montenegro to meet the goals of Montenegro to improve the access to finance for underserved businesses and also businesses that have been impacted by the crisis. So we have seen that, as was mentioned, that generally speaking around the world, even in Western Europe and the United States, small businesses typically have trouble raising financing. It's common. And there are multiple ways to help improve that. And the EBRD has been very active in the region and in Montenegro working to help improve access to finance. One way, which is mentioned, of course, is for small and medium enterprises to provide better information, to make it easier for the financial institutions to analyze them and assess the risk. But another thing is for businesses that don't have much experience with getting credit or don't have much assets to put as collateral. It's still very hard for them to get finance. And as the director of EBRD pointed out, that's where a credit guarantee fund can come in. The credit guarantee fund provides partial guarantees to cover some of the risk, which makes it easier for the banks to then go ahead and make the decision to lend. It's very important that, as was mentioned, most of the banks do have money to lend. They do have liquidity. The key is how to help them mobilize it to the businesses to help those businesses survive a crisis, but also to grow and create more employment and more local production and export, which of course is very important to the economy. And so we're very honored to be working with all of you and dedicated to working to come up with the best design of the fund so that it helps businesses get finance and survive and become competitive and also grow, and for the fund to be sustainable. So it can be an instrument for Montenegro to support the private sector and its economy for many years to come. Of course, in setting up something like this, there are challenges and there is a lot of detail work to do, but we're committed along with our counterparts and with our local experts and all of you to make it a success. So I very much look forward to working with all of you and additional counterparts. And we're doing our due diligence and assessments now actively. We will look to creating the first framework quite soon, as EBRD and the government has requested. And then based on that, we will have a lot of consultations to make sure we're taking everything into account and that the ultimate design and then, of course, implementation is in the best interest to support the economy in Montenegro. So thank you very much for the opportunity to be here.